Tom and Jerry, Tom and Jerry, Tom and Jerry. It's sad that they had to go out in such a tragic way. Tom and Jerry. Most of us grew up on. The show that most of us grew up on. Tom and Jerry. The show that made us laugh day in and day out. Tom and Jerry. A show that was not like the rest. Tom and Jerry. The show that we look forward to watching. The only show where a cat and a mouse were compatible. Tom and Jerry. The only show that taught you lessons. Tom and Jerry is considered to be the greatest show on earth. Now 75 years old, Tom the cartoon cat and Jerry the house mouse are still going at each other with the stick, an axe, a bomb, a saw, a weight dropped on the head, or 10,000 other forms of dispatch, none of which has a fatal result. This series is a monument to power, not to mention animosity, and of course, old-fashioned animation. This is one reason Tom and Jerry was so great and made us laugh day in and day out. Tom the cat and Jerry the mouse were almost considered frenemies. Tom and Jerry are best friends, but in every episode, Tom has to pretend to hate Jerry in order to protect him in front of his owner. Another reason Tom and Jerry was such a good show was because they never spoke. This makes the show very intriguing to watch. There are many reasons they did not talk, but the main reason is because they had unspoken love and hatred for each other. One reason I think Tom and Jerry was a great show was because how many people grew up on it. Even my parents grew up on Tom and Jerry. This show started in 1940 and ended in 2004. They released episodes for 64 straight years, then played replays for 11 more years. So this shows how well the show did. That is one main reason why I think Tom and Jerry is the greatest show of all time. I also found Tom and Jerry hilarious growing up. It was always funny to see Jerry outsmart the cat Tom, or Tom get chased by the pit bull Spike. Even when Tom outsmarted Jerry once in a while. Simple laughs like these in the morning can make someone's day, afternoon, or morning. This is one reason I think Tom and Jerry was such a great show. Tom and Jerry also taught you lessons within each episode. Some big lessons and some small lessons, but they were all learned. For example, failure is only leading to a bigger path of success. No matter how many times Tom fails to catch Jerry, he never ever quit. He tries again with the bigger and more unique ideas to catch him. Jerry is also an inspiration. He doesn't surrender and plays smartly in every single episode. Never stop trying after 1 or 2 failed attempts. Life is a never-ending learning platform. You learn something new every day and move forward towards your goal. Progress is what matters, not the amount of progress. Those are just some of the important lessons. That's just one of the important lessons that I use to show you guys, as many as that I use to this day, as many others do too. That's why I think Tom and Jerry is one of the greatest shows. Those are the reasons why I think Tom and Jerry is a great show, because it is different and very creative. May Tom and Jerry rest in peace, and may the show continue on. Long live Tom and Jerry.